Hi, and welcome to a database. We haven't done one of these for a while because we've been busy with Blackwind and all those kind of things. So we're back, and we're back just in time to have a look at ITS 14 because that dropped on Monday. So we've had a good look at it, seen what's in there, see what we like, see what we don't like, see what we're expecting. One or two of us have had a game already, so we'll kind of see about that. So let me introduce my usual cohorts. Say hello to Solskjaer.
Hi guys.
And Olga.
Hello.
Okay, so let's get straight into it.
Can I just make a complaint? I don't like this us being on the ball thing. I mean, we were on the ball with Blackwind. We were on the ball with ITS 14. It's put an awful lot of pressure on us to know what's going on. Can we go back to not knowing what's going on, please?
Yeah, I'm kind of playing catch up all the time. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Being covered.
It's just into the 2 years now. You see, we've kind of maybe that's what it's taken 2 years to catch up.
Yeah, ITS 14 is about right.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically ITS 14. ITS, for those who don't know, for those people who are beginning who's watching this, ITS are the missions for tournaments and that kind of thing. Make it fair, then it gives you a decent point system where you can measure yourself against your opponent. So it's not just kill each other. You've got objectives, you've got things to do, you've got bits to achieve playing the game. It's not just kill each other. Every game can be kill each other, but then we've got objectives to do as well to score your points. And with the ITS, every year it gets updated, and this year it's Blackwind. No, it's not Blackwind. What is it?
Thunderclap.
Thunderclap, yeah. It's all to do with wind.
Thunderclap.
Yes.
All right.
Wasn't Thunderclap what Hulk did? Didn't he have the Thunderclap?
No, that was Smash, wasn't it? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's the Thunder.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. And each year they get released, and there's new missions, new twists, new characters, new bits and pieces. Just keep it interesting, keep things changing, because it's not a static system, and generally the story moves on a little bit as well. So that's the basics. So what have we learned?
That it's changed a little bit, and also hasn't changed.
Well,
How about that?
Normally you kind of lose a couple of missions from the previous one, but we haven't actually lost any from
no, we haven't lost anything. We've gained one, we haven't lost any. I mean, when we went from 12 to 13 we lost 3 missions, but this time we haven't.
Yeah, because I was kind of wondering which ones we'd lost, and I just had a quick look through. We haven't lost any, which is nice.
It doesn't feel to me as if it's changed as much as it has in previous years. It's more they've sort of removed. So, for example, they have removed the bikes from ITS 13 and replaced them with drones. In this one, the tweaks are from bikes to drones.
Yeah, and previously it was tags, and there's always something in there.
Yeah, less of a change and less of a.
Yeah, and the free model has also changed, hasn't it? From it was the bike, wasn't the Bounty Hunter bike last time?
Yeah, we got Bounty Hunter last season. Now we get
Corsairs and CSUs.
Corsairs and securities, Central Security Unit, CSUs.
Detachment it is, the security detachment. Hence sec debt.
Yeah.
Which from this point on I will forget.
Basically a free Bashi Bazooka or a free CSU in some missions.
Yeah.
So grab them while you can from your friendly local game store, because they're all going to disappear.
I bought mine.
I've actually bought a Wang Wang, the one that came out a few months ago. The resculpt that they did with the big sort of the sword and things. Yeah. I'm going to be using that one.
Okay.
So
I actually had a Bashi Bazooka and the CSU painted up already, so I'm actually ahead of the game.
Wow.
That is good.
The CSU wise, I think I'm just going to use one of the HVTs in the suit, because they're just like a security personnel kind of thing anyway, aren't they? There's nothing really special about them. The Bashi Bazookas have got parachute though, haven't they? So that's going to make those missions interesting.
They also have a hollow projector and hollow echo.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to put them down as a Bashi Bazooka. Assuming you choose to not use parachutists, you can put them on the board as something else.
Wow.
So you could.
Interesting.
Yeah, that does all of a sudden make things very interesting. When people say, you have remembered your free Bashy bazooka, and someone goes, oh, no, I hadn't. And actually, they had. And they actually put it down as a sniper that you're trying to avoid.
How interesting. We should write that down.
You've thought about this, haven't you, Storm?
I play Hack Islam. I've had Bashy bazooks for a while, so
I see.
I've done this trick myself.
I've got eight Hack Islam models. I'll have 10 soon because I bought the pack with 2 Bashy bazooks in.
Oh, very good.
And why not?
So yeah, this year we're back in space, aren't we, for this one as well?
Yes. Where were we last time? Was it a bit snowy? Wasn't it icy? Was it icy roads?
Ice roads, it was called.
Yeah. So we had blizzard zones. This time we're back to 0G.
Excellent.
We've got low gravity zones. We've got. In fact, let's bring up the images.
Oh, picture time!
Picture time. We've got low gravity areas, no gravity zones, and decompression.
Decompression. You know, when you shoot a hole in the side of an airplane, everyone gets sucked out.
Yeah.
The decompression was the templates, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
So last time we got the blizzards, which was like minus, I don't know, saturation zone, and mountain terrain.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
time
Completely crazy.
And this time it's 0G in saturation zone.
Mm-hmm. So that's quite similar.
Yeah.
I think
they've done this for the last few.
Yeah,
I'm still not a fan of the decompression.
I was going to say
of
some
the
people aren't
zones.
fans, and we found one immediately.
I like the idea, but it doesn't work with every table. So for example, if I'm using the Redwood Forest board, why is there suddenly a decompression zone when you're on the planet?
Well, it's some kind of weird gravity thing going on.
You can come up with some sort of weird excuse for it, but it does on some boards it feels a bit forced. It's the role player in me dislikes it from that point of view.
The role player who likes making things up and in worlds of fantasy struggles with the fantastic thing on a gaming board.
I struggle with the when it feels out of place, because my boards have a theme, and I have an image in my head of where they're supposed to be and how and all of a sudden having a decompression zone feels weird. In the same way that having a snowstorm in the middle of my Hack Islam city felt very weird when it's supposed to be a beach city where there's surfing.
Yeah, this is it. In a little Italian area though as well.
The discontinuity just jives in my brain a bit. But that could just be me being a grumpy old man.
Probably.
Oh dear. Oh, what else have we got? Low gravity area. Have we got that one?
Yeah, to go with the outside, the outer space theme that they're going with, they've got the low gravity area and the low gravity zone. Both of those, every single time, I will have to look up because I will forget which one's which.
Yeah, me too.
I know now it's going to be which one's that.
So they're both the whole map, aren't they? The whole board.
Yeah.
So that helps.
So the low gravity area, I'm reading it off the screen. The low gravity area is the zone of operations, is a low gravity area. Movement restrictions are not applied. However, troops possessing 0G or total terrain automatically gain super jump, which is nice. So they get super jump all over the board, which is fine.
Oh, boinky.
The no gravity zone, the other one. So troopers possessing terrain total, terrain 0 drip, or super jump get a +1 inch bonus to their first move value. That we will all forget.
Excellent.
We'll build our lists thinking I'll take advantage of that and then forget.
Yeah, forget. Yeah. Oh, I've got 7 inches. No, it'll be. Oh, look, 6, 4. Yeah.
Oh, you little boaster.
we just know we're going to do it. We're old men.
Yeah, we are absolutely, totally. Just like I always tended to forget to put the zones down as well. You know, it was usually, hang on a minute, we've deployed. I'm sure there was something we should have done.
Yeah, down there.
And lo and behold, it was you hadn't put any markers down. But there you go. I'm sure we'll remember once or twice. We've got an entire 12 months to remember.
Yeah.
So we'll get it into habit of it in 11 months' time, and then it can change.
Yeah, exactly. About this time next year.
The other thing we've got in this one, as we said with the last one, it was the bikes. We've got Takimotos in this one, which is a lovely word. I like Takimotos.
I do. What
which is
were
the
the
remotes.
little machines things in the 80s that you have to keep them alive? What were they called?
Tamagotchis?
Oh, could have been something like that. I've just had that in my mind all
Yeah.
day.
I think they're skirting very close to, and trying to avoid being sued by anyone related to Ghost in the Shell, because they're Tachikomas in that.
Oh,
which
is that?
That
which
is
is what the
very
robots are. It's very close.
Not
These are
that Corvus
Tachikotos.
Belli would rip off any popular culture, of course.
No,
Of course they
never. Oh, splendid. So what do these remotes do anyway? And has anybody ever used one of these? Or is that the point? Nobody's used them. That's why we've got these
I
special
use
rules.
the forward observer remotes quite a lot because I think they're quite handy. I know Claude does as well because they can be quite a cheap specialist.
Yes, yeah, I do.
And there's some, so any remote that it has forward observer and repeater now gains marksmanship and tactical awareness and ECM hacker -3 without any change to their cost or SWC. And when you consider that some factions get remotes that have forward observer, repeaters, the fire team option, and a red fury, all of a sudden you've got the red fury in a fire team with marksmanship and an extra order. That's not to be ignored.
Who's that? Who's got that? The Red Fury option?
Hack Islam have their
Do
Rafik
they?
has a red fury option. Yeah,
Oh,
20 points, half an SWC,
half.
half an SWC.
Okay.
This season, I think you're going to see a lot of them.
Yeah.
Probably. I've got to admit, I have bought the Yujing and the Nomad ones, and they are on my paint. I've just built those. I've already got the Pano ones, but yeah, the marksmanship.
So what you're telling us, Claudia, is that Corvus Belli's habit of changing the rules every season to encourage the sales of some others has had no effect on you whatsoever.
No. Well, why wouldn't you? You've got marksmanship, you've got tactical awareness, and that hacker bonus. So
yeah,
marksmanship. I love marksmanship. Gets rid of partial cover. You haven't got that -3. It's great. And when most of them have combi rifles. Most of them suffer the long distance. Your minuses. You've got mimetism, that kind of stuff. So getting that marksmanship just boosts it back up for 15, 20 points a model. It's ace. And tactical awareness. Love it to bits. Which got me thinking, don't you hacking through a repeater? So say I wandered into hacking range of one of your Nomad hackers, Storm, and you have to come back through and you try and hack me through my repeater.
Yeah.
With that, they stack, don't they? So yeah, I've got my firewall, which is a minus there, and you've got the minus ECM3. Is that right? Did they stack?
That is a great question. I would have thought no, because the ECM is it not for when you're actually hacking?
Yeah, well, what I think what
the
Paul's
bot
saying
itself?
is if you're hacking the bot through another repeater. So if I'm hacking if I'm hacking your remote through another repeater that is yours, do you get the firewall bonuses and the ECM bonuses? And I think you would. I'll have to look it up because they're coming from two different sources.
Yeah.
And the penalties can go to -12, so why wouldn't they stack?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they both counted as firewalls, then I don't think you get them both. But I think the ECM and the firewall count as different things because the firewall would also give you bonuses to your BTS, which you don't get from your ECM.
No, it's just something to bear in mind when you're actually playing. It's.
I wish you'd asked me that question before, so I could look it up rather than surprising me on
camera. Anything else you want to?
I just thought of it when I thought.
I'm going to stick my neck out and I'm going to say yes, they both count, and wait for someone to tell me I'm wrong in the comments.
Yeah, comments below.
Excellent. Oh, right. So, trying to get back onto what we were supposed to be talking about. One of the other things, well, it's not always a bot, this is it? But the Evo hacker bonus is in a couple of missions, isn't it? Where anybody who's an Evo hacker gets +1 order. You're both looking blank at me now. That is in there, I promise you. +1 regular order for Evo hackers in a couple of missions. But usually they're also remotes, aren't they? But I think there is somebody out there who's a human who's an Evo hacker. I think there's one. Don't ask me who it is. I just got the feeling there is one.
And you told me
Oh.
off for surprising.
Well,
there you go.
I'll take your word for that. I'm not aware of an Evo hacker as a person.
I feel like it's
Thought they were
probably a
all
left.
remotes.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a left, but anyway.
Unless it's Panda.
We'll maybe
has the
we'll
Evo
put a
hacker
comment
option.
on once we figured out who it was. Or
Is
an
it-
apology for myself.
It's in Biotech 4 because we've got the cheat sheet that Dice Abide Andy, what's his name, put out.
I mean,
Adam.
That's brilliant, and I'm really surprised that hasn't been done by Corvus Belli themselves, because that makes life so much easier.
Yeah, it's really good.
So big thumbs up from me for the Dice Abide for that, because I'm going to be using that a lot this year. I can see.
Adam Bienvenu, that's it. Got his name. Shout out to you guys, because that is awesome. Well done, sir. Yeah, because I'll be looking at that to be honest, but I'll still be looking up low gravity and no gravity zone each time.
Yeah, no way I'll remember.
So the other thing, we've got a number of scenarios that we haven't mentioned yet. There's a couple of things. There's the Master Breacher.
Excellent.
And Keops.
We've always had a kind of Master Breacher, whether it's that's
been around.
It's always been there.
Its name's changed a few times.
Yeah.
Is it Data Tracker?
It was a data tracker. It was a Snow Ops or Captain Snowball.
Oh yeah,
Captain Snowball called him.
This year he gains terrain 0G and decharges, even if they're not on their profile.
Nice.
Which is going to be handy for some classifieds and stuff.
And blowing tags' heads off.
And the no gravity, low gravity zones, they'll come in handy for all of that as well. And Keops is that the one that gets the extra dodge and the tactical awareness.
Yeah. Now Keops is for just the direct action ones, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've mentioned yet.
Which we haven't. It was a nice segue. I was setting you up for the segue.
Well, there you go. I've leapt into it, and hopefully there you go. So there's a direct action section. Now, years ago, all the missions used to be split up into like 3 sections, and one of them was direct action, which tended to be more kill thing kind of missions.
Gather round, kids. Gather round, kids. Well, Grandpa tells us a day's past.
It was more they classified missions together. So these are the more fighty ones. These are the more button pussy ones, and so forth. I'll be honest. I like the missions. I like the fact that they're a little bit different. They've taken out the classifieds and they've taken out the HVT. I'm not sure I buy that it makes it easier to get into ITS bit. I don't think the HVT and the classifieds are the most confusing things about going from just lining up and killing each other to playing ITS missions.
Do you think it? To me, it felt like it's more options for Code 1 people.
It could be
kind of like there's a few in the back of the Code 1 book or what have you, but this gives them a few more to kind of try without needing
like
to
a
go
bridge
for the
from Code 1 into full ITS.
Yeah,
possibly. I like them. I do like the fact you can't rely on classifieds to get a point here or there. So you have to play the mission. I do like it when you have to play the mission. They are really good if you're trying to tell a narrative campaign, because you have to play the mission to get the points. I do like them from that point of view. But I'm not sure I buy the it makes it easier to get into ITS angle.
No, I quite like it, and I'm sure at some point it would be great just to have a little tournament just with like blow the poop out of your opponent rather than having to worry about.
But we can't lose HVTs, because HVTs are fantastic. Infinity has the prettiest objectives of any game out there.
Yes, they do, and the most awkward ones to put together. Helen of Troy was up.
Oh, yes.
Has anybody else put Helen of Troy together?
I haven't yet.
Not yet. Still in the box.
Her leg was annoying.
The front leg, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, let's give the most annoying HVT out to new starters in this new set. Cheers, Corvus Belli. 2 days it took me. Just saying.
Blimey. Anyway, speaking of HVTs, they are very key in the one new mission in this ITS 14, aren't they?
Cryogenics.
How about that for a segue?
Oh, that was impressive.
Thank you.
Cryogenics is the new one. When I first read it, I thought it looked a lot like the last Dire Foes game.
I think
Yes.
it looks like Obsidian Head at a glance.
Yeah. And I've played it. I played it last week against a new starter who, I'll be honest, didn't know it was going off. So basically, it was really for me to look at the battlefield, how would I do it. And I was playing against Wayne. Hi Wayne, thanks for playing. It was great. And I was playing against a new starter, so I could have walked across it. It wasn't too difficult. I liked Cryogenics. I like the idea. I like the new style where you've got to go open the box, get some points, and then kind of zone of control kind of thing to get the HVT.
Your Master Breacher.
Yeah, the Master Breacher.
Because the Master Breacher scores every turn.
Yeah.
But also his extra points if you worry or whatever it's called, threaten the HVT at the end, isn't it? So I think you get yeah, exactly. I've written wave a big stick in a threatening manner. But so yeah, I mean, because I played this last night, and where the Master Breacher ended up was actually you won it for me because I managed to get a couple of points here and there until I did something stupid and got him killed.
Yeah,
which is generally
losing him hurts because then you lose all those points.
It is. So I think in this particular one, probably a less aggressive Master Breacher.
A sneaky one with lots of.
It's probably the thing to do, and then just hide in a quarter that you dominate, and that's 3 points. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Somebody can't be in Marcus Date, the Master Breacher, can he? Is it one of those?
It is.
I remember.
Yeah.
So you want something with mimetism -6 or 2 wounds and lots of armor.
Yeah. Which reminds me, are we playing Cryogenics this weekend, Stormshroud?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure we can find some time to do that.
Yeah, so we'll get it up next week. Next Friday we'll have Cryogenics and we'll see how we get on. There we go. There's behind the scenes for you.
That's about as organised as we ever get. If that's a game, yeah, all right. Should we film it? Probably.
Oh, the defensive turret's still in, so that's good.
I liked those. I
like that.
It's just a little annoyance and a little kind of zone. And if you put it in a zone where it's got like a zone of 16 inches where it's in good range.
But how many times did you and I ignore it going, I can't be bothered to deal with that. It's long, it's far, far away. It's going to need like 2s or 4s. It's never going to, I've taken a wound.
On my tag, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm quite excited by this, to be honest. I like, slightly tweaked rules, new things to try, new mission. I'm quite excited. I'm quite looking forward to the coming year.
It keeps things fresh, as they say.
It does, and it doesn't without a huge amount of changes to completely revamp everything. It's not like we've got 20 new missions to learn. It's just changes to the missions we already know, just enough to make us not necessarily know exactly how to win them.
And we've got to read the rules every time, especially this low gravity area and the no gravity zone rule. I will have to read every time.
So that's it. I mean, you guys are going to play next week. We've also got a tournament coming up, haven't we, at the end of October that we're all going to.
We do.
And Cryogenics is in that. So
where none of us are going to win, but we're all trying to come higher in the tournament than each other, yeah?
That's
so regardless
right.
of who wins, as long as one who is out of us 3 finishes higher is the winner, yeah?
That's it.
Yeah, okay.
That's how it's always been.
Okay.
Are you going to play
basically, me and Storm have got to just get ahead of Claude, haven't we? Because he's been higher than both of us in the past. So.
No, I lost that crown in the last because
won
the last. He won the last one we went to.
Oh, of course.
I did. I don't know how, by some miracle, but yeah.
We had actually first time ever. We also played each other, and I'm happy to report it was a draw.
It was a draw. I was very glad it was a draw.
It was the first time we've ever really been competitive as well.
It was. I still haven't forgiven that person for failing a whip roll. Though, with a 16 or less, that would have won the game.
That's the way it happens.
Okay then. I don't think we have anything else to talk about until we. Well, I don't. I haven't played any
No.
of the missions yet. So
Other than, yeah, all we've got to talk about will be all the mistakes that we've just made, having kind of, and then we can like put it all back, back to rights next time we do Data Burst.
I mean, next time we do a
Hopefully.
database, we'll have lots of new models to talk about as well, because we haven't talked about the new releases for a couple of months, so we can talk about
Crikey,
those.
yeah, that's true.
And with that, thanks for watching, and join us in the next one.
Take care, guys.
Ta-ra, bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. It all helps to keep us motivated and raises the profile of our channel and Infinity the game, bringing it to a wider audience. And don't forget, if you're so inclined, you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you.